Hello Internet Allies, how are you doing? So, this year, World Mental Health Day falls on a Saturday, and Saturday is my usual YouTube upload day. And because I talk about mental health quite a lot on this channel, I wanted to basically make a video today talking about my mental health, what it's like at the moment, what it's been like throughout this year, as well as some things that I've kind of learned about my mental health this year, and also things that have helped me with my mental health this year. So here we go. Bam. Woohoo! So the first and possibly most important thing I've come to realise this year, everybody has their own different ways of coping with their mental health struggles. And what I mean by this is that what might work for me may not always work for other people, and vice versa. What may work for other people may not always work for me. So for example, something I like to do if I get stressed out because I can't sleep, I like to read a book. And I find that really relaxing, really therapeutic, and it helps to calm me down. So something that doesn't really work for me but may work for other people is meditation. I mean, maybe I'm just doing meditation completely wrong, but I've just tried doing it, and I think what I struggle with is just finding time in the day to do it. Also, I don't really think I'm necessarily good at just like keeping still for like long periods of time. And to be honest, I do find that, you know, stuff like reading, stuff like doing exercise is a lot more effective for me personally. During this year, I've ended up getting through a lot of books in my backlog, and I had a lot of books in my backlog, and I've basically got through almost all of them now. So basically, I kind of need suggestions for new books, basically. So basically, if you do have any recommendations of books, please leave them in the comments below, because you know, there probably will be a time, probably around about Christmas, where I will need new books. I'm not really particularly picky on genres, but like, at the moment, you know, I like good murder mystery stuff, and I would also love to read more like LGBTQ plus novels as well. The reason I say this is because I came out as pansexual last year. So speaking of books, a couple of books that have really helped me through this year are Fern Cotton's mental health series books. So here are two of the books in her series, Happy and Calm. And these have got some great stories, great ideas to help with mental health, help keep you calm, help you keep you happy. I also like that these books have a few activities in them, and it also has like regular breaks where you kind of go back to a chart at the start of the book where you kind of record your mood. What I would do, however, with the activities in these books is kind of photocopy them instead of like writing them, because then you can use them as many times as you need. A couple of great tips from these books that has really helped me. First of all, sort of realizing how important it is to live in the moment. It's okay to basically plan for the future and, you know, reminisce about the past, but if you're dwelling too much about things that have happened in the past, or if you're thinking too much about things that you need to do, then, you know, you're sort of like not allowing yourself to like live in the moment. And really, you know, it works a lot better for me anyway, just focusing on, you know, the thing that I'm doing right now, which is basically filming this YouTube video. Another great tip in these books as well that's really helped me is to kind of listen more to my body. So like to not overextend myself when my body is tired. Another thing that's been really super helpful throughout this year with my mental health is having a good support system around me. Now, I'm really lucky that I do have this good support system around me with both my friends and my family. So for example, with some of my friends, we have like weekly Zoom calls, just kind of checking in, just having a bit of a catch up, just to kind of share any news of the week and everything. And these things have been really, really helpful for all of us, I think. I think what's great is that it also gives us something to look forward to in the week. People do show kindness and things like that in many different ways. You know, whether or not that is like checking up on us, like, you know, maybe going out for like a cup of tea, change of scenery, Also, you know, people just kind of sending over like things for me to watch, kind of sending like memes or links to videos, etc. I do think it is important to note, you know, the things that I do for people and things that people do for me, and to be grateful for those things. Some things that have helped me, not only this year, but in previous years. Writing stuff in notebooks, so writing things down. This helps to offload any thoughts or any like things that you need to do, any tasks you need to complete. I think it also helps to process your thoughts as well. This year, like, I started to write 3 things I'm grateful for each day. This really helps, like, during the time when I was going to New York as well, you know, and leading up to that. You know, writing down 3 things I'm grateful for, and I think it helped me to have a much more like positive outlook on life. Another thing that's really helped me is, you know, recording videos. There's sometimes I've had times where like I've recorded a video, but it's literally just to like offload, you know, some thoughts, whether or not that would be about like old jobs, relationships and dating. Even if I plan to just do absolutely nothing with the footage later on, you know, that really helps to just offload things. Another thing that's really helped this year, which I ended up getting from a mental health panel at Sumner City last year, is sort of writing down like thoughts on Instagram stories and sharing them to close friends. This helps especially if I've had like a hard time or having a bit of a tough week or whatever. And it just kind of helps my friends sort of keep in the know about, you know, how I'm really feeling and stuff like that. I mean, I like to try and be as candid and honest as possible on social media. I mean, I do like to try and keep as optimistic as possible as well, but I do try to be kind of honest as well. I also end up like posting things when things are going well as well. And with that, I've ended up receiving some really like positive messages as well, you know, like when people are saying, you know, hang in there, you're doing great and stuff like that. That really helps to kind of keep my spirits up, and it also just shows, you know, who really cares and stuff. Another thing I've noticed this year, especially with me being autistic, is kind of how important it is to basically, you know, keep talking to people, keep socializing and stuff like that. This makes you feel less lonely, less alone. I think my issue was that I was kind of a bit out of practice with like talking to people, especially professionally, like, because when lockdown did happen, you know, like I couldn't really find any work for like a few months, and that was quite scary and quite daunting. However, now like I've been kind of going to like networking groups, virtual networking groups, and at the start I felt very overwhelmed, very out of practice, very drained and stuff like that, but like I think I'm slowly starting to get more used to talking more professionally and stuff, and those networking groups have really helped me get my confidence back up with, you know, basically like just talking to people professionally and stuff like that. And yeah, just talking to people in general as well, like, you know, I think definitely helps as well. Yeah, just to kind of keep my social skills up. I'm not going to pretend to understand what anybody else is going through. Like, I can only really fully understand what I'm going through. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean I don't care. I know this may sound a bit impersonal, and, you know, you may not know me. Like, you know, some people who are watching may not know me. But honestly, if you do need somebody to talk to, you know, my messages are always open. You know, you can contact me on Twitter, on Instagram. But those are 2 I usually use, but yeah, please don't ever feel like you're alone. You know, and I don't want people to kind of feel like they have nobody to turn to, really, to be honest, either, which is kind of why I make some of these videos, to be honest. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what's helped you get through this year in terms of mental health, and let me know what you've learned this year about your mental health this year. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and until next time, keep smiling. Bye bye.